Hi y'all, it's Jeannie from Bushnell Unscripted. Today I want to unbox something with you and also talk about a topic that every woman faces in her lifetime, and it is menopause. I am 49 years old. I will be turning 50 in 50 days. So on June 2nd, 2025, I will be 50 years old. And while I am not in menopause yet, I'm starting to experience some symptoms, and I'm hoping to mitigate some of those symptoms by beginning protocols to help my body. So, I've been doing a lot of research and coming up on a lot of new tools that have never been available before, and I am going to share that journey with all of you as I go along. So if you're interested in menopause for yourself, for your family members, for your friends, I encourage you to keep a check on this playlist. There will be a playlist associated with this. And just keep an eye on the videos that I will be creating specifically for the menopause journey. It's not spoken about nearly enough, and maybe you or your mother comes from a generation where they didn't talk about it at all. I know mine didn't, except when things went bad, and there still wasn't conversation. So I'll be talking more about that as we go into this journey. But it's knocking. I mean, it's coming up on me. So it's one of those things that you can try to put your head in the sand, but it's still coming for you. Now, every woman's journey is different with it, and I can only speak to mine. And anything that I speak about is specific to me. I'm trying to share things in order to help other women on their journeys, but none of this is medical advice. Do not take it as such. Always talk to your doctor before starting any new processes or protocols. But I want to share these things with you. So, this is a little device that I picked up. You see it says Wave 2, and it is from Embr Labs. So, let's open it together. I've been eyeing this now for close to a year, and thought it was time to dig in deeper. Now, why would I think that? So, I am a woman who, there's 4 sides. Oh no, just 2, but I didn't get it all. I'm a woman who, I still have my menstrual cycle, so I'm not into menopause. I have had many things tested over the past couple of years and have been told I'm not in perimenopause. I don't know that I agree with that, but I believe that recently, in the month of March and April, in March I experienced what I believe is my first hot flash, and it was crazily intense. I felt heat from the bottom of my feet all the way up to the top of my head. It was like I had stepped into a fire. I've never experienced anything like that, and I wasn't doing anything. I was literally just standing in my living room. So it was not because of activity or overexhaustion or heat exhaustion. It was nothing like that. And it was, it made me sit down. I had to have some recovery period, and I thought, what in the world's wrong with me? Took a bit to recover from that. And then I had another one in March, and I had another time in April. And the second and third time, that it happened, I went to my freezer and I have some really nice cold packs that I applied to my chest. And that helped lessen the period of time that I experienced it. But all 3 times it was the very same symptoms, heat from the bottom of my feet to the top of my head, and it was the most intense heat that just suddenly came up on me that I've ever experienced. I don't know what else it could be except a hot flash. So, if that is what it is indeed, because no one can confirm or deny, that's the joy of menopause, is you can have a lot of symptoms and maybe they're slightly different than another woman, and we don't know. There's no textbook for this. None of us are given a rule book on how to do menopause. So, as I said, I'm trying to get out in front of some things and bring on some tools into my toolbox to help me out. And I'm hoping this little gadget will do that. So that's why I purchased this and moved up the purchase, is because actually of those 3 hot flashes. So let's see here. So inside here, we've got our cord. Which goes to the charging unit. So this is not a watch, but it is a personal wearable device. So it is the Embr Wave is an electronic heating and cooling wristband that uses conduction technology to create thermal sensations. So this is supposed to work that when you feel a hot flash, it will cool you down. Or if you're really, really cold, like a lot of times I am, it can work to warm you up. Now, this has a lot of reviews. There are many that are, everybody loves it, it's fantastic. And then there are some that they don't like it at all. So as you can see, it just looks like a smartwatch, really. And this is the band that comes with it. You can get this in gold, yeah. You can get it in a gold or this black, and I like black. So it is something you wear. There's no injectables or anything like that. There's no medication. I think actually it goes like this. We'll figure that out in just a minute. But I'm just trying to show you that you just put it on. So yes, if you do wear a smartwatch, some people opt to only wear this. Not sure how this is going to go yet. So let's just see. Okay. We've got our little books here. Welcome. Learn how to use your Embr Wave to get relief at the touch of a button. Yeah, so you do wear it on the inside of your wrist. Wake up your wave and let's get started. So as you can see, there's buttons on the side. And one of those buttons is going to be to warm you up, and one is going to be to cool you down. Okay. Press the blank button once. The white light comes on, you're good to go. Okay. So we're good to go. I'm just trying to put it back on here. Let's see. Oh, I see. It's wrapping up. So it extends fine. You just might have to move that magnetic closure a little bit. Okay. Should be worn about an inch away from your hand with the buttons facing. Okay, so bring that down a little bit more. Okay. Should feel snug. And then everything is going to become unlockable with the app. You will be able to personalize the sensations you feel to give you more options for relief that's just right for your body. You can track your wave usage to learn from your patterns over time. Okay. So as I said, so there's on the dotted button, that is your cooling button, and the warming button is the blank button. You can reprogram your buttons to activate any two of your favorite sessions using the preset function in the app, even if both are cooling or warming. Control your wave using the two buttons on its side. Press either button once to wake up. Press the dotted button once to start cooling. Okay. So I'm going to try that. And the blank button once to start warming. During a session, press the dotted button once to make things cooler, or the blank button to make things warmer. Press and hold either button for 1 second to manually stop a session. The wave has two lights on the side, center light and secondary light. The secondary light will only show when your wave is updating or if an error has occurred. The center light shows you what your wave is doing. Okay. So mine's white for waking up. Should start to turn blue for cooling. There we go. Ooh! It's blue and I instantly feel like a cold sensation on my wrist. So I instantly do feel a change. Orange light is warming. Blinking green light is charging. Green light fully charged. Blinking red light, low battery, solid red. Consult the app. Help your wave and your body work together. You feel cooling or warming waves come and go on your wrist. The sensitive nerve endings beneath your skin tell your brain that the temperature is changing. Within minutes, your body balances itself so you can feel relief naturally. Give your body and mind time to respond. Not feeling the relief you expect, it can take a few weeks to adjust to the sensations of the wave before it reaches the full effectiveness. Embr Wave also works better over time. The more you use it, the more effective it can become as you discover what feels best for your body. And that's it. That's our little book. So fairly simple. So as I'm talking to you now, I can feel a cooling sensation come and go on my wrist. And it is like a wave, just as they say. And the blue light is still on. So what that does, in addition to helping with menopause symptoms, it can help with anxiety. It can help with when you're in a room that's just too warm and you're starting to feel uncomfortable, you can turn that on. Now, that isn't to say this is not an air conditioning device. It's not going to completely take you from 100 degrees to 70. It's not going to do that. That's not the intention. But it should help regulate your body temperature. Now, this is an add-on that you can get, and it's got their little brand. And this is a travel case. And I wanted to get something to protect it. This is not an inexpensive piece of hardware, shall we say. So this is a silicone, nice sturdy piece where we will put the, I keep wanting to say watch, but I'll say device here to keep it safe. And then your charging cords can go right up here. I opted to pick this up as an extra add-on because I want to keep it protected when I'm not using it. So, this weekend I'm going to a festival, the Highland Games in Lake Norman, celebrating my Scottish heritage. I'm very excited. So I will be using this. And we'll come back to you to give you some information about how it worked. It's not going to be too hot this weekend. The weather is going to actually be quite nice, so I'm excited to see how it will work. I'm also excited to try this in an environment where I get great motion sickness. And if I do anything where I'm going to be, say, riding a ride, I have to take Dramamine. So I'm curious to see if this will help out in that situation. There are other wristbands that you can purchase. So just to give you an idea here, let me scoop this up. Here is what it looks like on my wrist when it's large, and I have small wrists, but it's not huge. It's okay, especially since you wear it on the inside. And there's my Samsung smartwatch, so it is smaller. So yeah, that wouldn't. And they do have a, I believe it's made out of silicone, a protective face that you can add, which I will be picking up as well. And it's also supposed to help with cooling and things, and it just keeps this from getting marred. So it doesn't look horrible if you're wearing your watch along with the Embr. So that's it. That's what I have today. Starting this new journey in life and wanting to help anybody that I can. If something works for me, I'm not a gatekeeper. I want you to know about it. I want us all to feel better and do better, because then we do better and feel better as we're out and about and interacting with one another, and that just is a ripple effect, right? So I'm going to test this out, let you know what I think. It's still sitting there doing little waves of cooling. I do know that a lot of the reviews I read said that it did take, just like the book said, a little while to get accustomed to. So I'm very excited. I think it looks great. If you like the rose gold, that's the word I was looking for earlier. The rose gold is what they have. If you like that look, they also have that. But yeah. This might pop out. Yeah, it does. There we go. So I can take off that blue. It's a piece of plastic. And as I'll be doing this, basically it's going to become a new series on my channel for menopause. As I tackle the subject, I will be sharing a lot of information with you. Everything from recipes to tips and tricks, books. Can't get it off. So I hope you will come back and stay tuned for what's to come. And like I said, if you're not headed towards menopause, someone you know is. I can almost guarantee it, or has been through it, or maybe they just are still. I mean, menopause symptoms can last up to 10 years. And that's a really long time for a woman to be suffering in silence through things that she doesn't have to suffer through alone. You know, we're always greater when we can lean on one another. So that's what I'm bringing to y'all today, the Wave 2 by Embr Labs. And I'll provide some links below. But yeah, I purchased this outright. And this... if you want something like this and you have any type of HSA or FSA programs, find out if you can pick this up. It is in a lot of like a FSA stores. So make sure you check that out, or you could always purchase it and be reimbursed through your program. But of course, I encourage you to find that out for your individual programs that you belong to. Thank y'all for coming by. I appreciate you. I always look forward to your comments. And please feel free to share your stories about menopause. I really encourage all of us to be able to have that conversation. This is a safe space to do that in. There will be no judgments here, no shame. So please feel comfortable to do that. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your time. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel. That helps me more than you know. And as always, please keep love and kindness on repeat until I see you again. Goodbye.